Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager Stream. My name is Adam. I'm the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with one last round Pittsburgh Penguins 2026-2027 season division fight part 18. Jeff, we're actually doing not bad. We're 14-8-2, mostly thanks to
Yeah, but
our
you lost 4 of your last 5.
just relax, man. Mostly thanks to our off-season maneuvering. We're currently sitting in 8th in the Eastern Conference. And again, just going back to our depth chart here, you can see we have changed our team around quite a bit. Jack Eichel, most notably, came available via free agency. We signed him and let Evgeny Malkin walk, which wasn't a big surprise. We've had Steven Stamkos for our past couple of years. He didn't want to resign, but came back as a UFA on a 1-year deal. I actually just checked to see what he wanted this year, and he wants a $2 million raise, so I'm not sure that's going to happen.
I just looked up what happened with Malkin. Well, we knew he resigned he resigned with Columbus.
Yeah.
And he had that long injury he just came out of. Pointless in his first 7 games and then got sent to the AHL.
Ooh. So we also traded for Joel Hofer to be our new number 1 goaltender. We made some other moves previously at the trade deadline last year. We brought in Jake DeBrusk, re-signed him. We brought in Sean Dursey, re-signed him. So that's why they're on our team. And then we've just been drafting guys all over the place to try and get a little bit better. Some of our rookies are looking not bad at all. Some guys need a little more time.
Yeah, well, we kept everybody all the rookies that we could have sent down before 10 games to avoid blowing a year in the contract. So we didn't even have to send any of them down, did we?
No, Ryan Rubrick's only got 9 points, but you know what? He's doing all right, and he's 3 stars. And then who is the other one? Hopkins, and he's got 7 points in 24 games. And these guys are playing they're our 4th line playing 10 minutes a night, so that's not bad, all things considered. For their point totals. Anyways, we're going to fly through some more of this. Hopefully, Brian Russ is down to 74%. Does he need a game off then? We got back-to-back games.
And Russ seems to be slipping pretty quickly. So, yeah, you got him in the trade block. I think he was there already. And
yeah,
we probably turned down a couple for him, but could move him at some point.
Ooh, 5-1 loss to LA. Crosby's the only guy to score. I got outshot 23 or 30-23. Not great there. And Geet just went out day to day, but he can play. He got a minor ankle issue, so we'll put back in Rust. Currently, no. Well, that was part of the reason why we were losing. We also lost. Was it Brian Rust who apparently is keeping our team together, just making us play well?
When he Rust, despite actually he's putting up points, but his star rating is down to what, 2.5.
Was he hurt earlier this year? Because somebody was hurt and it absolutely destroyed our team. And as soon as they came back,
I remember what you're talking about. Rust. Oh yeah, he's been.
Yeah, he's been.
No, that's.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, October.
For 6 days and a black eye for 4 days. So not really anything that would kept him out for any length of time. I don't think he was the one.
Give Dykow this game versus Seattle. I think he was. Unless you look for the roster and find somebody else. We lose 4-3.
The stats, I don't see anybody else has missed a ton of games. So yeah, it must have been Rust.
We don't even. Oh man. All right, let's take a quick look at our tactics here. So we're a little bit high tempo, shooting a little more, putting up good pressure. Let's turn up our aggressiveness a bit and see if that helps. Need to do something to try and get a little bit of difference in here. But yeah, so as we alluded to, it is currently actually July 24th, 2024 as we are streaming this. And today, Edmonton appointed a new GM.
Yep,
which
Stan Bowman, which the Oilers fans don't seem at all thrilled with.
is there many people thrilled with it?
Stan Bowman, I'm sure, is happy.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you can. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the Chicago stuff, but is he really a good GM? Like,
Yeah, that's, I mean, well,
let's be honest.
not the cup, but they
Yeah,
were
he won a cup, but he also didn't draft most of that team. That was done under Dale. Dale.
Talon, Dale Talon,
Dave Talon. Yeah,
Dale Talon.
Dale Talon. Oh yeah, Dale Talon.
Canucks legend Dale Talon.
My bad. Sorry. All these names keep getting bounced back for. All right.
And the Hawks wound up in pretty deep cap trouble too under Bowman. So we'll see. I'm not, as a non-Oilers, if somebody's got to have the Oilers in their division. That's the best thing I've heard from them this summer.
Yeah, it's just
The offseason has been going a little too well for them.
it's just a weird.
There's a win.
Finally over Montreal. Yeah. It just. Yeah, I mean they had interviewed him. I don't know before he was eligible to come back. I just. I'm surprised that's who they went with and didn't go with Gretzky or.
Yeah, Keith Gretzky, to be clear.
Owen Power is on waivers.
Oh, one in Power. Oh, no, he's 30 right now. He's on 24 right now. Oh, the Sabres still in cap trouble?
I would imagine.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's got an $8 million contract over 5 years, and he's only at 3 stars. So, oh, he's having a rough season, too.
Yeah.
That's a cap dump. I don't know. Do you want to risk the $8 million?
I really don't. I mean, we have some top defensemen who we haven't even called up because we're kind of letting them go, and we have Bennett Kelly who's still coming, who's going to be higher ranked than these guys as he keeps going. Anyways,
And you got Leslie. I mean, Leslie's sitting on the bench right now, and
yeah,
he's done well in the call up, and is 2.5 stars already at 21. Yeah.
yeah, we should actually probably put Keandre Miller on the trade block as well.
He's the one defensive defenseman you got, though.
I thought Struble was a defensive defenseman.
Nope, a little more, well,
Crease
two-way
clear.
guy, more or less.
Crease clearing is 12. He said as two-way, but
You've got Kuhlman's coming. He's kind of a two-way guy, but he's decent defensively. Yeah, nobody really.
well, Sean Dursey is an
No,
old school
offensive.
defenseman.
Well,
He's listed right now as a tactic as an old school defenseman.
yeah.
Which, just looking to see if there was a better fit for
But
him.
Miller's, I'm just looking at defensive ratings, and Miller is the only one at 15 for the overall defensive rating. Because we've kind of cleared all the checking forwards out, too. So unless you want to try playing 80s hockey.
We are absolutely trying to play 80s hockey. Everybody scores. Everybody wins. Hofer's actually in the top 8 now for goals against. 279.
Yeah,
Wow, Buffalo's goalie is killing it.
yeah, they got rid of Devin Levi's.
Oh.
Looking or
Jeff,
the rookie. The
look
guy
at
who
this
got Ratzlaff.
storyline. Henrik Sedin.
Oh, they got Henrik City. Henrik, some became the Canucks coach at some point, but apparently it's not going well.
No.
I got to look that up and see how long he's been there. I didn't even notice that happened.
It must have happened during the summer. All right.
Yeah, hired just this June 30th, the end of the year.
Short leash. 5-2 losses to Carolina. So what's going? Okay, gave up a goal. Gave up power play. We outshot them 37-25. Okay, looks like maybe we just got goalied.
Bad time for it to happen because the Sabres got rid of him, and he's kind of been having a pretty rough year in Carolina so far, actually.
Jaeger's got 47 defensive game rating. Jaeger's been having a pretty bad year. Only three
Yeah, I
points.
know. Bad isn't pretty awful year, actually. No points, well, no goals, 3 assists. Wow, he's really fallen off.
9-13. Well, he's playing 5 minutes less a night, too. He fell down our lineup. I wonder if we should send him to the minors for a bit.
Is he still? Oh, yeah, he is. Waiver exempt for a little while yet.
We'll put Barron
Maybe
in. Let's send him down to the AHL.
bring back David Goyette, maybe. He's had a really fast start in
He's got
the
26
AHL.
points.
And he's versatile.
All
And
right.
getting him out of the Wilkes-Barre lineup opens up a little more room for Jaeger.
All right. Should I put Goyette back in right away then? I guess I should. I should take Morgan Barron out and I'll put him.
It's actually the first time Jaeger's been in the minors. Now that I look at it, we've had him in the lineup the whole time.
We did. Again, he fell down the lineup just basically because other guys passed him. So I feel kind of
Mhm.
bad, but want him to find his game. The other thing is we could balance out the ice times a little bit more to try and give those bottom guys a little more time.
No, I think it's fine as it is. 'Cause I mean, Crosby hasn't been producing, and I don't want to take any more lineup time away from the top two.
All right, so we bring Goyette in. You know what? Let's give Hofer, even though he's a little bit tired. See if we can help him get back on track here. And 5-4 win over San Jose.
Not
Okay.
sure if that counts as back on track, but
47 shots
something.
on net. So, yeah, I'm going to say that's okay.
Crosby gets 2 goals.
Well, power play goals.
Yep. So you did a very slow start.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I was going to check how Buffalo's goalies leading the league with. Oh, never mind. Oh. Buffalo's 2 goalies are kicking butt. 197 for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who just signed a new contract in real life. Then Ratzliff is
Yep.
there too with 239. Let's take a quick look.
Straight out of the WHL, he's probably Rookie of the Year contender at this point.
Hard not to be. 11 games, yeah. So 11 games to 9 games for Ukko-Pekka. Look at. So who played their other games? Oh. Jed Bellotti had played in 12 games. Who was 24? Who went from Division 3 ECHL or Division 3 to ECHL.
A pretty good rookie year in the ECHL. As the
Up
Sabres
to
again, they're in such huge cap trouble. They're trying to squeeze out where they got the guy. Yeah, that's happened since we gave them Carlson.
Yeah.
They ain't that big salary, and now they're spending close to $30 million on 3 defensemen.
Rust has back-to-back shorthanded goals less than a minute apart. Nice.
Okay, well, like it up now. That's good.
And gets the hat trick actually too. Yeah. All right. Oh, Ryan Rubrick just got injured. How badly? Neck laceration 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, well he's coming out. And we can just put Morgan Barron in then for him. Feel like I should send. Should I send Mazden Leslie down to go play some games?
You bring up Coolemans.
Coolman. I mean, I don't have to. We can just kind of leave him as it is.
You do take that little bit if you have to put a defenseman in. Though you got to
Yeah.
fatigue
Okay.
hit.
I'll
If you
just.
have
I'll
to
just
call him
leave
up
it
the
for.
day of the game. You could give him a little bit of time in for Struble. Man, Carlson's still hanging on, leading the league in assists. So he's completely ruined Buffalo's cap situation, but he's playing great.
They won the Stanley Cup last year. Oh, Buffalo has sent us a trade offer.
No, New Jersey won last year.
Did they? Oh, they won one anyways.
Yeah, it was 2 years. I think they won it the first 2 years, didn't they?
It's an old Winnipeg Jet trade offer. Buffalo wants to send us 30-year-old Mason Appleton for 28-year-old Morgan Barron.
So we get older and worse.
Reject. All right, you're saying I should take Struble out and give
Just 1 or 2 games.
Leslie a game here. All right. Game for Seattle and 4-2 loss. How did we do here? Okay. Keandre Miller was 37 defensive game rating.
Okay, so maybe we took the wrong guy out there.
Nate Brisson was not great. Neither was Jack Eichel, but that's to be expected. Keandre Miller is our number one on our number one line, and he's getting destroyed. Okay, let's put Struble back in, and let's take out Miller for the moment, and we're actually going to put in Leslie for the next game again on the top pair. Although I forget what Leslie's tactic is, so we should probably give that a quick peek too.
I think it was okay. It would have been whatever it was when we called him up. Oh no, he's on shutdown defense side. You want him on something a little more offensive.
Well, that's not
Russian
bad
defensive,
if
maybe.
he's taking over that spot, though.
Oh yeah, if he's going into Miller's, maybe leave him there for. I'll try it first.
Okay, well let's just check to see what his best fit is. Mazden Leslie is 12 shutdown defenseman and rushing defenseman's 13, but 2A defenseman's 12 too. So we could put him on a 2A defenseman.
Yeah, okay.
And he's got a little bit of both. And simming it out, and 3-2 victory. Okay, so how did Leslie do there? Leslie was 68 defensive game rating with a 54 offensive game rating. Luca Cagnoni, who's on the other side, was 46 offensive and 79 defensive. Is it crazy to try this out a little bit more?
Well, you won. Oh, and I just noticed our old friend Marashov, number 4 in the league in goals against average.
Again, good player. It's that one trait that scared me away from him.
Yep. Thing is, they also got another good goalie, so let's see which one they play in the playoffs.
And for those of you who have not been tuning in for the first time, Marashov is a Pittsburgh prospect, but on his scouting report it said he did not show up in big games, which is not exactly somebody who I want to have.
And we were on the verge of just letting him go away at the start of the game because he was, I think, like 1 star and then 2 potential or something like that. But then he wound up being the rookie of the year in the KHL. And then we brought him over to play in the ECHL for half a season. He did great. Put him in the AHL, kept going great. And then Adam insisted on trading him away.
Okay, we win again.
Although we did get Sean Dursey back for him, so pretty good return. Crosby seems to be scoring a little more now. That's good.
Letang is at 38 defensive game rating for that game. Okay, Leslie's actually kicking butt kind of with him on that first pairing, and I'm wondering if we should maybe just leave that alone.
What do his stats look like right now?
Just give me a second here. We're loading into the last day of the year. Our game rating says it's going well, so that's the number one thing. Which, Jeff, if somebody doesn't know what game rating is, what is game rating?
Just a rough sort of evaluation of how the player played in the uh, game was just completed, and it's broken down into a couple of different scores, offensive and defensive. It's not just based on overall performance; it's also based on how well they're playing in the role that you have them.
Most
So, a guy
overrated
that's
player this year is Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's currently on pace for a 99-point season.
yeah, it doesn't seem like he's quite that overrated anymore.
Out of the moment, anyways. All right. Leslie has 2 points in 6 games. I think that's what he was at
I,
before. I don't think he's picked up any
yeah, he got
points.
2 points in 3 games, so
Yeah.
he's just playing reasonably well defensively. 19 penalty minutes in 6 games, so on track for like a 280 penalty minute year.
Oh, my bad. I thought, yes, we are going into a new year, which means we're hitting January 1st.
Yeah, it'll slow down for a second here. New Year's Day in Toronto.
Brashoff is at now actually leading the league in save percentage.
Yeah, I think he and Thornton are splitting time in Utah pretty much. Now Thornton's playing well, starting a little bit more. And the Utah are the Yeti in this game. We're assuming the hockey club thing isn't going to stay around for more than a year.
Yes. Well, even their GM called them the Yeti at
Oh, he did?
something. Yeah, at something, and then he quickly backed
So,
off, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, well, that's just what all the kids are voting for."
there'll be an announcement midway through the season with the. I know it seems a little lame to be selling jerseys with the hockey club logo. That's well. Then again, I guess it's a collector's item. It goes away after 1 year.
Well, that's can be their alternate throwbacks eventually, right?
Speaking of which, I think the Kansas City Scouts jersey I ordered a couple of months ago finally cleared customs yesterday. So
Nice.
waiting for it any day now.
All right. So Luciano Ruggiero, what is he? He's at 1.5. I don't know if he was at 1.5.
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay.
But off to a solid start in the ECHL.
Well, that's not good. Jake DeBrusk is starting to lose a little bit. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Jack Eichel loses a little
Yeah,
bit
he's
too.
30. That's not that surprising.
Yeah, lots of little stuff going up. Nothing major. Okay. David Goyette getting a nice little bump. Has 1 assist. Actually, that reminds me. I was going to check to see how Jaeger responded being in the minors, and
Have a
he's
look
got
at Bowman, too.
3 games, nothing.
Wow.
Bowman has only gotten in 1 game. I'm going to send him down to the ECHL so he gets in some games.
It's a little sad, but yeah. Seems to do great when he gets playing time. Just
you
a matter
know,
of
you
getting.
know who he is for us.
Who is he?
He's our Lonnie Bahanas.
There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh man. All right, so we're just going to keep going full scouting, full team morale. Don't need game promotions. Yeah, somebody's going to be watching this, be like, "Who is Lonnie Bahanas?"
Canucks legend Lonnie Bahanas.
You say Canucks. I think of him playing with the Leafs for those couple of series too, and then I remember he came to the Manitoba Moose after those.
He's a Winnipeg guy, isn't he? Yeah.
That's a great question. I can't tell you the answer to. Oh,
Yep.
there's a second period. Starts off 2-0 Toronto and ends up 5-4
No,
Toronto at the end of the second. Look at the goals there. Whew. But we lose in overtime, 32 seconds in.
yeah. And Bahanas is in fact from Winnipeg.
All right.
But he had that one great playoff year for Toronto.
Yeah, then he came back up and did the same. He did okay, but they were very short the next year. Like they only had a 6 game series or something, I think. You want to talk about like players in the '90s? I'm happy to talk for hours and hours. Like I will remember the greatness of the Ken Reggett playing in net for the Red Wings in the one playoffs. Which is one of those things where you kind of forget Ken Reggett played for the Wings.
Yeah, and I always think he was a Leaf, but I guess he was with Pittsburgh the longest.
Well, I think of him with Pittsburgh more than anything else.
What I really remember is when Jean-Claude Van Damme replaced him in the middle of a game once.
I don't remember that.
I saw a documentary about it. Pretty sure it was a documentary.
Probably, probably.
Darth Chaos, I'm not sure I would use the word great. It was a movie. I'll give it that much.
Was it entertaining?
I may have been out for a few beers with the boys before heading to the movies, so I was entertained.
Darth Chaos says, I liked it growing up. Well, what else do you need? Jeff, for those of people who do not know what movie you're talking about, it is.
Oh God, I can't actually remember the name. Is that not Bloodsport, is it? I got to look it up. I just remember him playing for the Penguins.
This is a great
No, it's
question.
not Bloodsport. It's
Not Bloodsport. Darth Chaos says.
Sudden Death, where he was somehow a French Canadian firefighter in Pittsburgh.
I mean, it was the '90s. That's basically Jean-Claude Van Damme played everything stereotypical that nothing made sense. Like when he played Gale from in the Street Fighter movie, playing the very American guy.
And the movie with Rodman.
Yes, exactly. All right. Oh, good. Stamkos is now hurt. Perfect. Just what we need. Owner confidence. Mario satisfied. Fans aren't happy. We agree with approach.
You got any Harmon things going on? We haven't looked at those. Did that all run down?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay.
And job security is actually pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on things. We're just kind of going to keep seminar out here. 7-6 win over Montreal.
Did get fired in Vancouver? Didn't see anything.
Haven't seen the message come up yet.
Oh, 7-6, 6-5. We are taking it back to the 80s.
All right, Struebel's having a bad go now, which actually reminds me. Okay.
Wow, look at Tyler Hopkins. He was -4 in that game.
We take Struebel out and we're going to replace him with Miller.
What's Leslie's stats look like now?
Well, we've only played like 2 games since the last.
Yeah,
3 points.
He's got any more points?
And 1 point. He's got 1 assist.
Now you got another point.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If he just comes and shuts down, that's fine. If they work good and we keep. I mean, we got 3 out of 4 points on that last little back-to-back. Actually, this will be Winter Olympics year too, won't it? 2026.
Yeah, February. Oh no, no. Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's weird. Yeah, it should be, but it's. I'm looking at the standings now. It's giving me a date of February 10th, 2030. I think. Is that a bug we fixed
could be.
back then?
This
I
is a
vaguely
very old
remember
save.
something going wrong like that. Yeah. So we may or may not get Olympics.
Buffalo's coming with a trade proposal again. They say 22-year-old right wing Jack Rickard for Keandre Miller.
That's a no.
Although I kind of want to do it to send them another $4 million defenseman. Let's just look at Buffalo here. They're at 83 million already. So what would they do if we sent them a $4 million defenseman? This team is like legitimately, this team is hilarious. They have so many guys on just minimum
Well, they got
contracts.
cheap goalies that are playing well, so that's what's keeping
No,
them
it's
alive right now.
it's their cheap everything. Like they have
Oh, wait, check Carlson. He's re-signed. What did he resign for? He's got the asterisk beside
yeah,
his contract on.
we saw this oh yeah, only 5.3 for the next one. But I mean,
Oh,
they have 30 million between Skinner, Carlson, and Darlene. Then they have Cozens at 7 million, Thompson at 7 million, Tuck and Olafson
wait,
at 5 million.
where's Power?
I think he made it all the way to the minors. Yep, he's sitting in the minors at 8 million.
Oh, and very
And,
little of that is
and they
that's only
have
helping
Damon
Nick halfway.
Severson in the minors. So they have 6 million buried with him.
Yeah, this is not going to end well for the Sabres. Space Ice on YouTube does a funny review of sudden death. Have to take a look at that. Thanks, James.
So yeah, we could send them another
I just
defenseman just to add chaos to that lineup.
I just remember Bell Van Dam from Belgium trying to do a French Canadian accent, and it didn't go well.
6-4 loss to the Rangers. Okay. What happened? Oh, oh boy. We just got beat down by everyone. That is a thorough beat down by the Rangers. Huh. We're second in the Metro, and we're probably barely hanging on to a playoff spot.
Actually, looking at the Sabres, they'll some of their cap stuff will improve next year because they're going to save about $5 million on Carlson's new deal, and Skinner's contract is up.
It is, but it's still hilarious looking at
Won't
how
be
much money
great,
they
but
have tied up
yeah.
in defensemen. The Rochester Americans should be amazing.
Take a look.
All right, American Hockey League. Rochester Americans are 18-10-3.
Yeah, figures.
Wilkes-Barre Scranton is 19-7-5, leading the Atlantic Division. How's Bjornsson doing? 17 games played. He's got a .935 save percentage. Nice.
Wow, nice.
Blomqvist has a .915.
Who's scoring for them now that we called Goyette up?
I just wanted, before I do that, I want to check see how Yager's doing. He's still only got, well, he's got 5 points in 7 games now. There we go.
Okay, he's waking up, and he was pointless in his first three, so that's 5 in his last 4.
Uh, Marcus Jolin, who is
See,
a guy who's played in the NCAA but signed a contract late last year with
yeah, the
Charlotte.
crowd with Charlotte,
Yeah, 24 points.
undrafted.
Bryce
And
Cook,
Obi Bacon
our guy we saved, actually has 23 points in 29 games.
nominated for a Obi Baker award in the first season, was an All-American. Sacred Heart.
Yeah, there's some stuff there. All right, let's give this game to Daikau. And
Throw the backup in against one of the best offenses in the league. Sure.
4-2 win, baby. Woo!
And hat trick for Crosby, so he's not dead yet.
So close to a natural hat trick, but no. Nathan McKinnon just has to ruin it.
The other guy from Cape Breton.
Keandre Miller scores. Oh no, Madison Leslie got injured, but it looks like just lightly. Hamstring tightness.
Struble back in for him for a game.
He'll be fine. Kind of forgot Morgan Barron was still in the lineup. Rubrick can come back in, so we should get him back in. He's healthy now.
Barron, yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, that was foolish. I'll advance a day. Stamkos might actually need the next game off. The Pens are my team. Got to do better. Darth Chaos says. We're doing what we can.
Haven't been too bad. It hasn't been a complete disaster.
Honestly, we were pretty close to getting fired a year ago, so. We are 8 games above 500. That's not bad at all. Okay, so let's take a look. Stamkos is at 67%. So, yeah. Rubrick's coming out and going to get replaced with Barron. And then Stamkos is coming out and going to get replaced with Rubrick.
I hang it back to back. It's old man Stamkos needs his rest, but Eichel should have a big game against his old team.
Here's hoping. 5-4 win. Letang scores, then Eichel, then Gut.
And Morgan Barron with 2 points.
Vegas scores 3 straight, then Brian Russ scores shorthanded, 16th goal of the year. Mark Stone scores, and then Morgan Barron ices it with 17 seconds left. Not ices it, wins it. My bad. It was a tie game. Stolen at the end. Okay, so how did defensive game rating 40 for Rubrick on that first line. Stamkos, Barron, Rubrick. Actually, let's just take a quick look at Rubrick's stats. He's set as a back checking forward. Let's put him to he can be better than that.
Yeah, he should be something a little more offensive.
Playmaker is 12. I was
counterattacking.
going to say playmaker might be good for him.
Playmaker or counterattacking, one of the two.
Yeah, because we got Hopkins at counterattacking and Goyette's a perimeter shooter right now. So that him being playmaker would make a lot of sense on that line.
How's Goyette been scoring since we?
Yeah, he's got a couple points.
And you're only 3 back at Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, rather now.
With a game in hand. 4 points back with a game in hand.
Oh, and the Flyers, Beachcom finally came over, and like this year, where he signed with them. Has he signed already? Can't remember.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
He is. So in this game, he didn't make it the NHL for 2 more years, but he's point per game, looks like.
DJ Smith is still the coach of Ottawa at this game. World Juniors.
Take a quick look, see how Canada did.
Sweden finished first, so that's all that's important. Trade proposal from New Jersey. No, that's a terrible trade. Rejected. All right, World Select Tournament. And I want Junior World Championship.
Yeah. The World Junior Championships, there was something got screwed around in the order for a few builds. But, and Canada gets the bronze. Would we lose? So we lost to the Americans in the semi.
4-3. Close game. I'm going to guess that was a translation problem, Jeff, or in the early ones?
No, I think it was just when I put that. I know I remember fixing it. I can't remember exactly why it happened, but now I gotta think about it again, make sure it's okay in the upcoming database.
Darth Chaos will do everything we can to try and beat Philadelphia.
And looks like the Sabres have now set Ratzlaff, the goalie, was doing pretty well down. So they're desperately trying to squeeze out whatever. Oh, that's probably not a captain. That's probably
No, they had a guy who was hurt. We lose in a shootout.
Oh yeah, Beliotti.
Because literally nobody
spleen.
scored. Although part of that might be my fault because apparently Crosby is not on that list for some reason.
We fixed that once before, I think.
He's getting thrown back in for Jake DeBrusk. Not that Crosby guarantees scoring, but
It looks like Luukkonen is picked up too. Luukkonen, who we in this game, what did we get for him?
we traded him to Montreal, so it might have just been a pick.
We got him on waivers from Sabres originally. Traded him to Montreal, and we got we traded a bunch of picks and got basically wound up netting about a little less than a second round pick for it. And then he winds up leaving Montreal and signing back with Buffalo.
A little bit less than a second round pick. So a third round pick?
It was a second round pick, but we gave up a bunch of extra picks to get it. So it doesn't quite, not really a full value second round pick. We had to give up more for it.
The better question is, who did that second round pick become?
Weird, it's not showing up in the history for some reason.
All right, what year was it?
2024. I'll check it.
No, I'm looking up right now. 2024, 2025.
Yeah. Actually, no, wait, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, we had... Oops, wrong way. Oh, it's probably actually Mazda and Leslie.
Either him or Kim Harju. No, I think it's Leslie. That's just from the spacing. The pick, the spot the pick was the overall pick. Yeah, the fifth, that would have been probably it. So Leslie. Yeah.
I would say that worked out for us and worked out for them too. Leslie's down to 70%.
Maybe we'd rather have Luukkonen because after the goaltending problems we had last year.
Struble gets back in for a game, and we lose 4-2. I'm going to replace him with Leslie coming back in.
Nick Paul with 3 assists, least known of the Paul brothers. Not actually related to them.
You say Nick?
Yeah, I know this guy. We were talking about the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. Northern Sky? Is that what
Yeah, just what do you think of the Oilers hiring Stan Bowman? Well,
Again,
it's the
Sheldon.
Oilers having a good off season, and I'm in the Canucks fan, so I'm quite pleased they did that.
I'm not a fan. Sheldon Kennedy has come out in support, and apparently even
Kyle Beach.
Kyle Beach has said he's fine.
They've said Kyle Beach has said that. I don't
No,
think
no,
this Kyle Beach actually said something.
there was a reporter who talked to him.
Oh, okay. So they actually talked to him. It's not
Yeah,
just
no, there was some reporter who
Bowman
talked,
saying, "Yeah, Beach is fine with it."
and but I said I don't think he's that good of a GM. Then again, I mean, they once hired Peter Chiarelli, so I mean, maybe they're just going for a Peter Chiarelli type move again.
The Oilers even need a good GM. Oh, what's going on with the Devils this year? Defending Cup champion. They're out of a playoff spot at this point.
Great question. 7-5
Why
victory
is
over Boston. Nice.
That's I was going to say why is Rust on the first line, but that was to Rusk. Colton doesn't look like it's changed. Stats.
Hamilton's hurt again, which is not helping them, and Jesper Bratt's hurt. He's only been dated. He's only played 35 games. He's played most of their games.
But yeah, Hamilton broke his leg. That's not going to help him.
No, that hurts them more than anything else. They're not a bad team. Eco Dawes just never took that next step for them, which probably is not helping anything.
He's still young.
I don't know how much of that was Jeff Jackson or if that was Gretzky, Northern Sky. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I agree. I think the Oilers had a pretty good offseason, but I just Bowman kind of ran Chicago into the ground, so I don't really know why everyone's thinking he was such a good fit.
Yeah, I would be a little nervous as an Oilers fan. Guy with Bowman's track record with the cap and a team with a lot of good, young, expensive players, that may not end well.
Like I mean, and I said this earlier, but I said like Dave Talon or Dale Talon, so I keep saying Dave.
Yeah.
Dale Talon was the guy who drafted most of those guys who helped them get those cup wins. And we lose 5-1 to Carolina just has our number.
Is Malkin back on main roster yet, or is he stuck in the minors still?
That was Columbus, not Carolina.
Oh, Columbus. Yeah, right.
But going to look,
Honestly.
I don't see him on the main roster. Check the depth chart.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still in the minors. 17 points in 14 games.
He's wishing he signed with the KHL this year. I don't think they gave him too much money. Not that bad for.
I said it'll be interesting to see who works out, but I said like I go look at like the trade Stan Bowman made for Chicago, and then think about that in terms of what he could do in Edmonton. And I don't know, that doesn't exactly excite me if I'm an Oilers fan. I got to play Hofer back to back because I can't not play him in a revenge game. 6-4 win.
Wow, Leslie, 4 points.
I gotta keep him on that spot. Like, okay, so I'm just trying to think. So, like, Bowman brought in that, Jones from Columbus. Gave him that huge contract. He traded away, what's his name, to Columbus before that, anyways, too, right? That was him. Panarin. And they got what back? A piece of Brandon Saad. Oh, there we go. Braden Bowman had a good game. He's got okay, yeah, there he goes off. He's got 11 points in 10 games in the ECHL now.
Okay,
Bowman.
well, yes. I don't think he's playing time, but he's still only one star.
We'll give him until the end of the month, and we'll call him up to the AHL. Crosby's at 78%, so I got to keep that. Watch out on that. And 4-1 victory over Pittsburgh. Over Vancouver. 4-1 victory over ourselves. Oh, our former player we traded away, Alexander Barboulay, scores the only goal for Vancouver.
But it's only his third of the season, so I don't think he's doing that great.
That's why I traded him away. I'm just trying to sit here and think and be like, I'm still stuck on that Chicago question I gave to myself.
And San Jose, 3 years later, is still terrible.
Well, I don't mean this I don't mean this to be mean, but I said I always point when Jets fans, they've talked about how they should have done a rebuild here a couple of years ago, and I said, like, rebuilds are terrifying. Everyone thinks a rebuild's going to be easy, and again, same thing. People in Montreal being like, "Oh, Montreal's going to break through here anytime," and I just kind of keep looking at Montreal and Montreal's roster, and I go, "Are you really sure they are?" Because I mean, like, Ottawa's been in a rebuild mode for 8 years. Buffalo's going on, seems like 20. Sorry, that's mean. 15 years Buffalo's been trying to rebuild. No, 12. And they still haven't got it right. But maybe it'll be this year. Rebuilds are scary. Rebuilds are terrifying.
He says as he rebuilds the Penguins.
Well, it's a lot easier to do in a...
Putting up points this year, 7-3, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to do in this fictional universe where if things go wrong, you can hit reset. Not that we have, but you could hypothetically.
As far as we know. You can advance the game during the offseason at times.
Yes, well, that's not games happening. And
Yeah.
if there was something really funky, you'd be like, why is Sidney Crosby signed to only $800,000 contract for 8 years? But I don't know. Crazy, right?
No, you wouldn't have gone after the Crosby contract. There were worse ones we started with. Like, the Letang one finally ends next year.
Oh, there we go. Martin St. Louis has been fired by Montreal to be replaced with Andrew Burnett. I guess they assume his name is French enough.
Yeah, there you go. French name, sure.
Brunette. Crosby's at 87% fitness. Well, that means we should automatically win, right? That's what that means. And we do. 3-2 win. Overtime win. Jake DeBrus. Oh, there's David Goyette scoring. Picking up an assist. I forgot to look at his points. Oh, Stamkos got hurt day to day. Oh, no, and Jack Eichel got hurt day to day. 30-stitch facial cut for Eichel. So that'd be a skate to the face.
Rub a little dirt on it.
Oh, but Eichel can still play. Okay, so David Goyette has 7 points in 19 games for us. All right.
Okay, yeah, he's put it back together after 7 to start the season in the AHL.
Yeah, Ryan Rubrick has
Okay.
17 in 40 games now, so that's good. Stamkos is going to have to come out, so... All right, let's think about this for a minute. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Goyette, and we're going to replace him with Barron, and Stamkos is going to get replaced with Goyette.
Helena's still stuck on 3 stars. He's been there a while, I think.
Well, we also knocked him down to second line. He was on first line.
Yeah.
but it was to keep with the guys who he had been playing with. He's got 32
Yeah, so he's got
points.
some chemistry with Crosby.
Yeah. I mean, his stat line is
Not
very
bad. I guess.
similar to last year.
Yep.
And
And
he's
he did
still only
start a little
20.
slow, I think, so he's not, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you got him re-signed relatively cheaply at the start of the year, so
Yeah, look at Buffalo. Buffalo's got one, two, three guys in the top 8 scorers.
does it really matter who they got in goal?
Nope. Bo Jelsma has got hurt playing in the minors. I should actually put him on the trade block too, for that matter.
1 year wonder, Bo Jelsma.
Scouting
Was it even a
reports.
full year? Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had him. Was that the first season? Yeah, he played most of his rookie year with us, and then kind of slipped down the list after that.
I don't know necessarily that he slipped down, but so many guys passed him.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Fair enough. I just when I think slip down, I think it just like
Yeah.
he's done something wrong, and it's not he did something wrong. We just got guys who outplayed him. All right, our next development report here. Our backup goalie has the number 2 selling jersey. Because interesting. All right. Ooh, Braden.
He was good last year, so that probably helped his popularity.
Braden Coots with a huge up. Heat continues to increase. He's on the right track too. He's
3.5 stars now.
10 more points than he was last year.
Oh, he's 3.9 at the start of this.
Oh, there. Braden Bowman's went all the way up to 2 stars now.
Come back now,
All right, let's get him back up to the AHL.
or sit on the bench.
He better not sit on the bench.
Is there anybody in the AHL you might want
Call up.
to? No, I mean move down to the ECHL.
I'll take a look here.
Reapton seems to be struggling a bit. Oh no, Fiala is probably the bottom guy.
All right, let's look at our AHL affiliate. I don't know why I went that way. That was dumb, but whatever. Okay. Bowman's up. Okay, looking at stuff. I know I could click on the other button. I'm just too used to going that way. Stats summary. All right.
I'm hearing them Fiala then.
Nyman's not having a very good year. We could send him down. He's only got 6 points. He had 39 last year. Let's place him on the trade block. And let's send him down to the ECHL. I should send Mateo down too.
Yeah, he's only 1 star. He probably needs.
Egger's got 10 points in 18 games now. I think that's the most natural ones down. And we will move on here. All right. All-Star game coming up. Do we have any All-Stars?
So the Olympics doesn't look like it's going to happen this year. I'm not sure what went on there.
Fans are satisfied with the job you've been doing. Actually, never mind, Jeff. We're just stupid.
But
It's 2027.
oh, duh. Yeah, it was the Olympics last year, wasn't it? Yep, we're idiots.
Yep. Yep. No, I'm very okay with that. I'm just saying we're just can't read dates. 2026,
Canada did win the
2027.
gold last year, actually.
Duh. Yes, the Olympics were last year. Of course, they're not in a non-Olympic year. Somebody's gonna be watching this and be like, "What are they talking about? It's 2027." Yep. Yep. All right. Stamkos is ready.
Jarry apparently doing reasonably well in Vancouver this year.
Okay. Any thoughts? I'm gonna actually go back to this. Do you believe that we have anybody on the All-Star team?
Eichel.
I think Eichel. Okay, we're gonna put Stamkos back
And
in.
wait, how many points does Stamkos have?
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, Stamkos too, I think. Stamkos and Eichel. I don't think we get a defenseman on. And Hofer, probably not.
I think I did that wrong. Wait a second. Yep. Gets replaced with Rubric. Gets replaced with Stamkos. Barron gets replaced with Goyette. So you're going with one Jack Eichel. Okay, we have.
Stamkos probably won't with the injury, though.
We get shut out.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Wow. It's a little insulting.
Not a single one. To be fair, we do have a couple guys hurt, so maybe that did something too.
Stamkos definitely won't. Was probably passed for that.
But bah humbug. Old man Jordan Eberle's on waivers.
Yeah, big clutch guy for the playoffs, but a good spot for him.
Don't. Actually, Jack Eichel moved into there to the number 7 on the goals list.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't make the All-Stars.
Well, I'm going to say he just wanted some time off after taking a skate to the face. If he needed 30 stitches, that's why. We just can't seem to catch up to Philly. We have 2 games in hand, but they're 65 points. Guess we're actually over time here a little bit, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just slipped away from us. I want to play with this next game versus Chicago. Hofer's tied for what, 6th in the league with 22 wins. All right. Stamkos is back. Eichel is ready to go. And Buffalo tries to send us Mason Appleton again. No.
Again.
Come on, you sure don't want him? No, we have enough. We're good. All right. Hofer's going to stay hot. We're going to keep playing
You
him.
can put a not interested mark on Appleton if you want to stop getting those.
That's kind of funny. 3-1 win over Chicago. I go Ryan Rubric. Another goal and assist.
Chicago still hasn't found anybody really to play with Bedard. We got Daniel Sprung, who just signed with the Canucks.
P. Wog says, "Go Wings."
Their wings are looking decent in this, aren't they? Yeah. They're 1 point ahead of us.
But they play 2 more games.
Still all pretty good progress from them.
Well, we'd be leading the Pacific, or tied, or close to the top in the Pacific too. Yeah, DeBrincat,
Speaking of Detroit, yeah.
just a little over $7 million a year. Pretty good contract. All right, game versus the Kings. 4-2 loss again. Kings got our number 2 on that side. Man, we were up 2-0 and then gave up 4 third period goals. What are we doing?
One was an empty netter.
Complete defensive collapse.
Young Goyette did not have a good game.
No, our fourth line did not have a good game. All right. Maybe we should go a little bit longer. I don't know. Stop now, go a little bit longer. Stop now, go a little bit longer.
You want to go ahead.
I'm just trying to think what's going to be best for our next stream. Because next stream will basically be trade deadline and then probably push to the playoffs.
Yeah, we're not. Well, yeah, don't worry. We're going to make it to the playoffs because we started this on. We were at 24 games and we're in what, low 50s now.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about playoffs for this stream. I'm thinking about playoffs for next stream.
Yeah.
And 6-4 low. Oh, man, we just keep losing random games. Oh, giving up so many goals in the second period. Like, what are we doing? Okay, this is telling us it's time.
What do our goalie stats look like right now? Yeah, sure
839 save percentage. Yeah, that's not exactly very good.
That's just for the game?
Yeah.
You're saying that was Hofer's overall?
No. That'll be something for us to look at next time. All right, we'll stop here on Valentine's Day. So, thank you very much for tuning into the Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night, now at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager and twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel versus YouTube. Sorry, this storyline just caught me off guard, and Sidney Crosby's going to retire at the end of the year.
Retirement's a possibility. Doesn't say he's definitely going to.
But he's definitely going to. All right. Sorry. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, with our stream archives going live typically Saturdays at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. Find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio as well. And, of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums. You can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, next week we'll be back with our Montreal Canadiens game where we're just about hitting the dirty 30s.
Yep, we are. We have a streak going. We've gotten beat for the Cup 3 years in a row by the New York Americans. So see if we can do something about that, although they're looking like a pretty solid team. Although we've just, I think we're just coming up on the first year of the Depression. So some unfortunate things are about to happen to the NHL, and it will be a lot smaller league in a few years.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Okay, we picked up a win versus Edmonton, so that's a perfect way to end. Quick question from P-Wog in the chat. He says, predictions for college hockey this season?
I'm trying to remember. How many guys did Boston College keep?
I don't know. They've got a pretty good recruiting class, I think, too.
Yeah.
They would be my early pick.
I can't remember how many guys are losing.
Yeah. So they would be my first thought. Anyways, with that, thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.